Okay, good morning class. So today we're looking at sequence and series. So at this point we also prove the sum of formula for arithmetic sequences. We spoke about both formulas where Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d as well as n over 2 into a plus l. Then we spoke about this here, very important to note that Tn is equal to Sn minus Sn minus 1. Okay, and we proved that as well. Alright. So now today we're looking at example 1, and example 1 is on page. Sorry? 13. Page 13. Page 13, and this is for exercise. Exercise 5 on page 14. Okay. So the question says determine the sum of the arithmetic series 4, 11, 18, 25, ... 600 and 368. So for arithmetic series, which formula do I use? I have two formulas, no? In this case, I have the last term. Remember what's the formula again? Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. That's the one formula. And the other formula, Sn is equal to n over 2 into a plus. So when do we use which formula? This one could always be used, or often be used. Okay? But this one can only be used when you have the last term. Okay? Do we have the last term here? Yes, so I can use that formula now. Okay, I'm going to use both formulas to show you it could work. Okay? So, to calculate the sum of terms or the sum of the arithmetic series, I got my a value, not so? My a value is 4. What's my d value? I'm adding 7 all the time, not so? So my d value is 7. What do I still need in order to calculate my sum of terms? I still need the value of n. But what else do I notice is that I got the nth term here. So if we know what position number that 368 lies in, then I will be able to use those formulas. You guys understand? So where do I start? And start off with Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d. Okay? And what is the nth term? 368 is equal to 4 plus n minus 1 times 7. Now what do I do? Take the 4 over. Or can I add the 7 and the 4? No. Unlike terms, no? So we got 368 minus 4. 364, and then I divide it by 7. 52. Then I take the 1 over. Becomes 53. You all agree with that? So any confusion there? So n is 53. Now what do we do? Now we can use any of the two formulas. Not so? So I'm going to use the formula Sn is equal to n over 2 into a plus l. So I'm going to work out the sum of 53 terms. So what's the n value? 53. So I say 53 over 2 into 4, which is your a plus 368. Punch that in the calculator. It's 53 over 2, 4 plus 360. 9,858. Okay. Is there any confusion there? Or you could have used this. People, you don't use both. Okay, you just use one of the two. Okay? So later on, if you decide, okay, to use that formula and you see me use this one, it will feel, you won't feel anxious because I will know it will give you the same solution, provided you got the right information. Okay? So we're going to work out the sum of 53 terms. So it's going to be 53 over 2. 2 times, what's your a value? 4 plus 53 minus 1, I could have just written 52 times 7. So let me calculate it. You got 53 over 2 into 2 times 4 plus 52 times 7. Gives you 9,858. As you can see, it's the same. Again, you don't have to use both. You guys understand? Let's look at example 2. Example 2 is on page 30. Determine the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic series. People, can I use that formula which says n over 2 into a plus l? No. Why? Don't have the last term. Otherwise, you can work out the 20th term and then use that formula if you like, but it's extra work with no extra marks. Okay. So which formula do we use? The first formula which says Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. The sum of the first 20 terms. So what is that going to be, your a, your d, or your n? N, that's terms. 2, what's my a value? Negative 15 is your first term. Plus 20 minus 1 times. How do I move from one term to the next? You're adding 6 all the time. You all agree with that? Is there any confusion so far? No? So somebody work that out for us? So we have 20 over 2, which is 10. 2 times negative 15 plus 19 times 6. Gives you 840. Is that correct? 840. So if I had to write down the first 20 terms and add them individually, or collectively, whatever, I'll get 840. But you see, say for argument's sake, they give you to 1,000 terms. Imagine writing that out, all 1,000 terms, values, and then adding. Not going to make sense. Not so. So, make a habit of using this. Okay, let's look at the third example on page 13. So here we are told now that Sn is equal to 2n squared plus 9n. Determine the first three terms of the sequence. Determine the first three terms of the sequence. Okay. So we said earlier on that Sn is equal to Tn minus Tn, sorry. The n term is equal to Sn minus 1. Remember we said that, no? So they wanted the first three terms. The term 1, how are you going to work that out? S1. T2, S2 minus S1. T3, S3 minus S2. So in other words, I need to work out the value of S1, S2 and S3. Not so. So let's go. So for S1, what do I do? Wherever I see an n, I put a 1. So what does this now read? 2 times 1 squared plus 9 times 1. Give me an answer of 11. Not so? S2. Wherever I see an n, I put a 2. So it's 2 times 2 squared plus 9 times 2. Work that out. So it's going to be 8 plus 18, 36. That's 26. Okay? Term 3 is 3, sorry. Is 2 times 3 squared plus 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27, is 9 is 18, is 27, that is 45. Let's check. Sorry? But I haven't answered the question. What is the question? Determine the first three terms of the sequence. Okay? So, T1 is simply going to be S1, which is 11. T2 is going to be S2 minus S1, which is 26 minus 11, which is 15. T3 is going to be S3 minus S2, which is 45 minus 26, which is 90. So simply the first three terms would be 11, 15, 90. Why did I put semicolons here? It says series. Oh, sequence, sorry. Series would have been the pluses. Okay. It's fairly simple, no? Jesus. Some people are still coming now, no? Okay, you guys okay with that? So let's take this off. So there's our first three terms. Let's look at number 2. Determine the 12th term by using the formula Sn is equal to 2n squared plus 9n. So what do you think they mean here? We must use that formula that we spoke about earlier on, which is Tn is equal to Sn minus 1. So for the 12th term, what do I see? Say T 12 is equal to S 12 minus S 11. You see that, people? So how are you going to calculate S12? Wherever I see an n, I put a 12. So it's 2 by 12 squared plus 9 times 12. Okay? Minus, so I'll put a bracket here, because there's going to be more than one term following a negative sign. Okay? So what would that be? Wherever I see an n, I put a 11. So it's 2 times 11 squared plus 9 times 11. Are they? Okay, so let's put this in the calculator quickly. So that would be 2 into 12 squared plus 9 times 12 minus upper brackets 2 times 11 squared plus 9 times 11. Gives you an answer 55. You all agree with that, people?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then in number 3 it says determine the 12th term by determining the formula for the nth term. The formula for the nth term. So what do I do then? Since I have these 3 numbers here, my formula would be Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1d. What's your A value? The first term, which is 11 plus n minus 1 times, how do I move from one term to the next? Adding 4. So that will simply be 4n minus 4 plus 11, or 11 minus 4 is going to give you 7. But have I answered the question? No, they want the value of T12. So T12 is going to be 4 times 12, which is 48, plus 7, which is 55. What do you notice? It's the same. Okay. Any confusion? Any questions so far? No? Question 4. Question 4 is on the next page, of course. Just let me know when I'm moving too fast, no? Question 4 is on page 14. We are told that the second term of a sequence is 17. So what would that be, people? T2 is 17. Okay. T2 is 17. The sum of the first 6 terms is a 147. Is 6. 147. Determine the first 3 terms and the nth term. So in other words, I must calculate my value of A and T. Not so. So what's a general term for Tn? Is equal to? Okay, here it says determine. Okay, what are they shorting here, people? They're shorting the fact that this is actually arithmetic. Not so. They should have said there. This is the second term of the sequence, of an arithmetic sequence. So this could have been geometric as well. Not so? But okay, we know, we're playing dumb, as if they made no mistake. Because we are busy with arithmetic. So I knew it is arithmetic. Okay. So this will simply be A plus n minus 1d. And then Sn is equal to n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1. Not so. Why this formula and not the other? Don't have the last term. Not so, people. So for T2, what did it be? A plus D is equal to 17. So A is equal to 17 minus D. Why do you think I made A the subject of the formula? We're going into simultaneous equations. There are 2 unknowns, A and D. So we'll have to go into simultaneous equations. So we make this equation 1. Am I moving too fast here? Huh? So why are you not talking to me? I feel so lonely. Alright. For sum of 6 terms, what would it be? 6 over 2 into 2a plus, which is 5d equals 1740. So I'm going to simplify this a bit before I call it equation 2. What's 6 divided by 2? 3. Right, you guys are showing some promise. Huh? So 147 divided by 3 is 49. So 2a plus 5d is 49. This equation 2. So what do I do now? Substitute equation 1 into equation 2. So we'll substitute equation 1 into equation 2. So wherever we see an a, we replace it with 17 minus d. Okay? So what will this now read? 2 into 17 minus d plus 5d is equal to 49. So it's going to give you 34 minus 2d plus 5d is equal to 49. What's the 39 minus 34? 49 minus 34 is 15. 15. So I got 15. Negative 2d plus 5d, 3d. So d works out to be. So what do I do with that? Sub it into equation 1. Okay. So that's going to be a is equal to 17 minus 5. And what's 17 minus 5? 12. Okay. Have I answered the question? What was the question? Determine the first 3 terms and the nth term. First 3 terms and the nth term. So we know the first term will just be 12, which is a. The next one is a plus d, which is 12 plus 5, which is 17 plus 5 is 22. So these are the first 3 terms. Okay? And how do I work out the general term? What's the formula for the general term? 10 is equal to a plus n minus 1d. I just wanted to pull that down. It doesn't allow me. It's linked. So we know that Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1d. What's my a value? 12 plus n minus 1 times 5. So that's going to be 5n. Now 12 minus 5 is 7. So Tn is equal to 5n plus. People, any confusion? Any question? You have no question. So with that you should be able to do exercise 5 on page 14. You guys can start with it now, and any questions you can bring it to me. Otherwise the full lessons will be found in the description box below.